Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's showtime! My back is bothering me today, so if sitting down for too long bothers me, I may have to cut the stream short. I forgot to do something. I forgot to set the properties here so that you... Is that what I want? That is what I want. There we are. RailGods of Hysterra. This game will be named Magnifying Lens. That's me. Well, that is a handsome-looking fellow. But his eyes need to be blue. He needs an appropriate beard and mustaches. That's pretty close. That's pretty good. That's a little much. As an American, we're hesitant to wear cone-shaped hats, as that smacks just the tiniest bit of the KKK. I have red shoes. Not a bad hat. But we'll go on natural. We'll accept this. Interesting. Didn't choose the name. It randomly chose the name Alaric. I have a very good friend whose middle name is actually Alaric. I played this a little bit last night and went, you know, I kind of would like to stream this. I've awakened to some compelling call within my mind. A call which I cannot seem to resist no matter my will. In the months before the arrival of the great old ones, the weird fiction writer H.P. Lovecraft gathered from across the globe a team of expert dreamers. Each dreamer secreted themselves within hidden crypts and suspended in a mystical sleep by an elixir, each entered the dreamlands, there to seek solutions of various sorcerers and scientists who exist there. Just as a point of information, the dreamlands were a significant part of many of the writings of H.P. Lovecraft. It's far more of a fantasy setting than the eldritch horror setting, but there are significant overlaps. Game objectives are displayed there. Keep an eye on them. Show you how to proceed. Right. Open the chest. Need to collect the backpack. My backpack, of course. The compendium. Information, crypts and dreamers, and the objectives. We've got sticks and stones, so we can break some people's bones. Blueprints. Let's transfer all the blueprints. We have now learned these blueprints. Compendium, blueprint. So if we go to crafting, we have to craft a stone axe. Sorry, crafting, stone axe. First of all, we need to craft a piece of flint. Oh, there we go. And now we have a stone axe. We'll equip it. I have a stone axe. So now I can destroy the wooden barrier. Like this. This icon indicates your level of satiety. Satiation. I would go with the level of satiation, not satiety. Satiation drops to 0. Your maximum hit points start to decrease until they're halved. Remember to eat often. Well, we're done with leaving the room. Next up is increase the satiety. I know satiation. Satiated. Or satiated? Anyway, find some food. I can't eat wood or rock, which just doesn't seem fair to me. Celery. And we have 21. It adds 5 to your satiation. If you look really closely, you'll see it move a little bit. When I eat, not much. Compendium. Leave the crypt, find a way out. Well, presumably, the stairs. And the button that says go out. Seriously, who doesn't want to be a RailGod? Minimap is displayed. You can consult it at any time, navigate through the lands of Hysterra. New sections of the map will be revealed as you explore. You can click on the minicap to reset the camera rotation to its default value. You can also view the world map by pressing M. Not much to it right now. We got some dirty water and some rags. And I didn't catch what the last was. Celery, maybe? More flint. Good. Can't break that one. Doesn't seem fair to me. I'm exploring my surroundings as it tells me to. Well, that looks like a nice place to have a ceremony. Do we have any sacrificial victims around? Anywhere? Anyone? No? Oh, that's unfortunate. More dirty water. More rags. A raw potato. We've got a raw potato. We've got more flint. We've got rags and dirty water. That's minimap info. I happen to know we're going to need wood. I happen to know that because I did play last night a little bit. The game reminds me, particularly if you're seeing this, in some ways of V Rising. You know, the visual sense is similar and things like what I'm doing right there is very reminiscent of it. Also a bit reminiscent of Dredge in that is a non-sort of standard kind of survival game. Surprised to see human remains. Humans, even if dead, need to check their belongings. There are survivors of this wasted earth, half-insane humans and things far less than human, roaming seemingly aimlessly across madness-ravaged landscapes. And who doesn't like the sound of that? We're going to take cooked potatoes, much better, bandages, earthling mush, a mass of bloody tissues. RailGods have a sweet tooth for it. And a lever. We'll take all. Damn. The apocalypse. Oops. This is the demo. In the 25 years since the return of the Great Old Ones, mankind has experienced a devastating return to a more primitive age. Most of the humans you'll encounter in the wastelands are insane or half-mad. All are violent, aggressive, serving nameless cults in the hills, along the coasts, and deep within the wild spaces of the maddened earth. Remember, never let her run out of food. Alright, nothing in there that we haven't already picked up. Let us go through. More wood, because we're going to need the wood. You may see shadows coming. That's because there are some crazy people. And not just me. Got him. More earthling mush. It's exactly what it sounds like. Investigate the peculiar message. Well, I will do that. All good things in time. All good things to those who wait. Wish the pickup radius was a little bit less fussy. Oh, that's the ocean again. Let's see, that's where we came in from. Alright, that's going further. A couple more crazy people, I think. Earthling mush. Don't settle for second best. Always get the finest in earthling mush. I'm going to eat a cooked potato or two. And we're going to use... Didn't we get a bandage? We did. We have a bunch of bandages. We're going to use a bandage. And that will heal us over time. And that's where we came in. I played it for, I don't know, maybe an hour last night. And that's when I decided, you know, I think I want to stream this. Because I think it's pretty good. Or at least it has the potential to be pretty good. Shouldn't get ahead of myself. It just struck me as a strange but possibly really good combo platter. Oh, sorry. Of survival mechanics and Eldritch Horror with a weird-ass twist. That. A RailGod. She is the source of the call. Then our operation was a success. The magic of the Dreamlands allowed us to access the waking world. And use the Shoggoth plasm has created this titan, incomprehensible thing of the stars, a creature from beyond the rim of madness. My God, my creation is here. Master, help me. Use gift. Master, feed me. Feed me. From the hideous priests of the plateau of Lang come the secrets of the Shoggoth plasm, living masses of sentient, shape-changing flesh that could be bonded and entangled with machines in the waking world, symbiotically enmeshed with the iron and steel of great locomotives, and piloted by the dreamers upon their return to Earth. These RailGods would travel the endless railways, fueled by sacrifice and arcane magic. Nifty. Oh. I have magic. I was given a couple of magical spells. Under R and C. C is a short-range sort of shockwave that does a bunch of damage AE. And R is a longer range. Basically a projectile attack. Oh, we got some more urns and whatnot. We have saved the RailGod. We have collected mush. Let's get on board. Woot woot. That's a throwback to an old annoyance in WoW, where there was a toy that would make that sound. People would go into public places and they would spam it nonstop. Anyone who includes something like that in their game deserves a slap, a really hard slap. Never give jerks a way of annoying other people that they can't get away from. For instance, I'm a jerk, maybe I'm annoying you. That's easy to get away from. This icon indicates a RailGod's level of satiety, satiation. Feed her with mush, using the locomotive cage and the control panel in the locomotive, so you can resume your journey. Keep an eye on the number indicated to know how many stops you can visit with the current level of satiation, which is 0. If the satiation reaches 0, the RailGod will stop at a random place. It will not be possible to resume the journey until it's restored. This number represents how much you can feed the RailGod using mush you have in your inventory or stored on the train. Well, let's go ahead and fill it with mush. We don't have any prisoners. Sorry, just you're going to have to settle for the ingredients. The lovely, delicious ingredients of human mush. We use the control panel so it can Feed. Good. Nom, nom, nom. Oh, delicious mush. Sorry. All right. We can feed our insanity to that and eventually gain powers from it. Over here we have a tender chest. We definitely want to take the cooked fish and the logs. Oh, what can we drop off in there? How about a bunch of the celery so that we have space to add wood planks? Because we have a supply chest over there, which is empty. This is the workbench where you can learn recipes. This is the blueprint desk. Here you study and acquire new blueprints. Place an item marked with a magnifying glass or a magnifying lens, if you prefer, in the slot, and it will click study and it will study them. So, for instance, we have wood sticks. We're studying and learning a bunch of recipes. Some of which we already had. Pickaxe, torch, bandage, arrows. Ooh, a red stone pickaxe. And, yeah, I was going to guess a red stone one of these. Compendium, that's the blueprint desk. I am not certain why I think we already had the recipe. So we want to transfer all of those into our crafting. So now we know all of those recipes, leather scraps. Study those. We're going to learn a couple more recipes. And that will be all of the magnifying glasses or lenses. Now have a little check mark instead of that. Transfer all. We've got all of those. Excellent. All right. Next quest requires us to come in here and talk with Abdul al-Hazred. If you're familiar with the works of H.P. Lovecraft, you may have heard of, and even if you're not, you may have heard of the Necronomicon. He's the guy who wrote it. It's his ghost or spirit. In this case, it's a spirit parrot. Magic is weird. Ah, dreamer! You have found your RailGod, and this is no longer a dream. You are now a god keeper, symbiotically connected to your RailGod. There are things you must do. To help secure your carriage and deepen the symbiosis between you and your RailGod, build up walls, and a roof. Now it sounds like a dog, not a parrot. Building mode by hitting B. What would I like to build? Click on carriages. Generic elements. Corners. Click on that, and it's showing us where we can put corners. Not enough resources. Build a workbench. Build. Workbenches. And we need a log workbench. Talk with Abdul. Can't stay long. Here, can't stay. You must reach the station. How do I get there? Antenna. Repair the antenna. It will help you pinpoint a station on the chaos of the endless railways. But first, you must close and secure your carriage. I'm hungry. Train map. Anytime, you can stop the train by hitting 0, keep an eye on the train map to see when a new location is available, choose where to stop, and press the X key. You can also track your journey in the overworld map. The conductor can reserve a specific stop directly from the overworld map. At every stop, the RailGod safety decreases satiety, increases by 1, feet or regularly. Radio station will allow you to communicate with towns, but will need copper, which can be found in mines and caves. Alright, explore the wastelands. Another potato, please, or 2. Or 4. Hey, I like a good potato. Alright, we need to make wood planks. And it's going to make those. And I assume it keeps going while we're doing other stuff. So we're at 99. Yeah, it takes care of itself. Oh, that's nice. Oh, it's got a tentacle. Because of course it has a tentacle. It's nice having a pet RailGod. A little on the weird side, granted. Okay, maybe more than a little. Actually, that's a compendium. Building, workstation, yeah. Let's see. Over here. Let's see. We can drop off those. All of those. The stone. The celery. Dirty water. Rags. Flint. More flint. In like flint. Just kidding. As far as you know. Leather. I want to keep the logs. And we have cooked fish now. We'll have some of that. Oh, that adds 20 to our fullness. Let's call it fullness instead of satiety. Satiation is the word I would use, but evidently that's not the word they want to use. Okay. We will keep the fish on us. And we'll drop the celery off into the other box. And the raw potato. And those. Alright, let's see how much we've got over here. Transfer all those. Now we can build some more stuff. Again, we'll finish off the corners. We now have corners. That is the door. There and there. Wall. There and there. We've got all the walls, but I bet you can figure out what we don't have now. Spoiler, it's a roof. I screwed that up. Okay. That's on me. I screwed something up. It is on me. Wood planks. Okay, we can start making our roof now. Roof corners. Require 10 each. That'll allow us. We've got enough to finish the corners. Good. That's what I did wrong. I was foolish. We want to keep the cooked potato and the fish. The rest goes in there. But also, crafting. I can craft myself chest and pants. So now we've got armor. A little bit. Not a lot. But we've got some armor. Pickaxe. No. Okay. Equip and equip. Oh, suppose. We have to communicate with the town and we have to explore the wasteland. Resume the journey. Halt at the next stop. We have anything else? No. Let's check real fast and see what we're at over here. Yeah, I know. I must reach the station. Thanks. We will leave the wood chips in there because, well, I don't know what they're used for yet. Let's see. We got those are above the door. Those go above the doors. Those go above the walls. And that gives us an enclosed chamber. So, we go to the map. We've got the Cedar Lake Camp Reserve. I think will stop us there automatically. I'll stop for now. And here you can see, even though we do have a, two-dimensional map, realistically, we are in a, while we're on the train, we're on a logical one-dimensional map. I think another fish would be nice. And a potato. A fish and a potato. Pretty good. Tasty. So far, we've got the axe. We can, I assume that's run. And then we have our 2 magic spells that we know. Pardon the yawn. We're coming up on the camping sites. As soon as we hit there, we will stop. I didn't manually do that. That was automatic. And what do I got down there? Ah, chat. Multiplayer? I will leave the train. I have left the train. Lower upper carriage element. In order to build an upper carriage element, you need to first place the lower carriage element. That makes sense. This icon represents your level of madness. When you find yourself exploring the lands of Hysterra, your madness level will begin to increase. Once a certain madness levels are reached, you'll start to be unable to recognize some items in your inventory. Once certain levels of madness are reached, the mini-map and the world map will appear distorted. Okay. Communicate with the town. For that, we need materials to make copper, to make wire. Green manure, I guess. Hide, tea seeds, and another cooked potato. Oh! I'm going to eat a couple more potatoes. Missed me. Oh, he has a twofer. Goes back and then forth. Ow. I got a little bit of madness going on. Also, give ourselves a little bit of healing. Grab a log. They are big and heavy in wood. We got grass, which is used for fiber. Because we all need more fiber in our diet. What we're looking for is a mine. Ooh, uh-oh. Stop. Okay, I'll stop. And then... Note to self, don't get caught up, lean back. Okay. Ow! He hit me with a rock! Who does that? Who throws rocks at people when you could throw magic balls? My backpack is full. Well, we can't have that. Rags, the tea seeds, a strange fish. It's mostly made by fish bones. It is a resource. I'd rather not. I am going to drop the green manure. As I gotta say... Not a huge fan of poop. Just generally not a poop kind of guy. You know? Got more crazies. Ow! jerk. Let us eat a couple potatoes. Use another. There it is. Kicks in. We'll wait for the bandage heal over time to finish, and we'll hit it again. I guess we don't have to. I was hoping we would have access to a mine or cave here, so we might find some copper so we could make a wire, which we need for communication. It's a boar and a dudes. We got some dudes. Lots of green manure and sand. Missed me. Crazy fisherman dude. What did we just get? Another fish of some kind, I thought. Oh, cooked fish. Excellent. We'll keep that, for sure. More earthling mush. So this is the part of the game which is more survival-y. Whoop! I'm in bad shape. Bad, very bad shape. Do not... Oh, that's bad. I'm dead. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Nothing. Thing is, if I get back on board, everything resets, and I don't know if my gear would still be there or not. So, do not like that you can't move while you have your inventory open, which is why I died. So that is a not insignificant strike against the game. I find that to be really annoying. Not a big deal, but, you know, not happy with it. Especially because it got me killed. Let's see. Well, we picked everything back up. I guess we'll just head back. Guys, the shaman's spell was very bad news indeed. They hit like a bazooka. Look, I'll get my anger out at the boar. Oh, I did see these weird eyes previously. They take up space. Oh no, it must be my insanity is high enough that the images of things have changed. Got it. That's what it is. They said things would look different if you reached certain amounts of insanity. And I have reached the cliff of insanity. Am I going the right way? Oh, yes. We did not want the poop. We opted out of carrying the poop. There's the tentacles. That's my girl. Hey, sweetheart. How you doing? Back on board. Pardon. Woke up today and felt okay, but first time I got up out of the chair this morning. Pain in the back. Madness and horror. What we do, though, to remove it is we come over here and we offer our madness as an offering. 24 madness. At 100, we get to assign points. I don't know what the points give us, but I like the idea a lot of making an offering of your madness. I've offered madness. I need to talk with Abdul. Dreamer, you'll need more carriages. Look for a lighthouse. There's a mechanic there who can provide you with a flatbed, which you can build into a carriage. Mechanic, you say? Yes, of the guild, Mechanics Guild. Seek him out at the lighthouse. At some train stops, it's possible to encounter NPCs. Keep an eye on the map and the stop icons to know in advance what the next stop has in store for you. I acquired new knowledge. I have new knows. Find the mechanic, confine an enemy, unlock the first God Keeper skill. I want to marry a God Keeper. Do we have any new learnable? Oops, we do. We have iron scraps, so. This is going to teach us something new. Scrappy lockpick. Okay. This is madness and horror. And train map quest icons. And is there anything else that I can learn? There is. The weird fish I can study and will learn something about weird fish, evidently. Redstone axe blueprint. Orange fishbone blueprint is what we learned. Crafting. A detailed schematic to craft a strange fishbone. Why wouldn't I craft one? A grotesque mass of hard cartilaginous tissues, but this has the magnifying lens as well. We transfer that, and we study it. We're going to learn something else, like an idol or something. A fishbone idol. I need 13 such fish bones to make the idol. Let's see. Transfer. Want to keep. Transfer. 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 Fibers. Rags. Iron scraps. Tea leaves. More water. Strange fish. And then these are just edibles. We can go ahead and free up another inventory space by dropping off the Earthling Mush. Bon appetit! Good. If he's happy, I'm happy. She. I guess it's a she. I described it as such earlier. I mean, it looks like a locomotive that has been possessed by a Shoggoth, but evidently it's a Shegoth. Well, we have quite a ways to go. So this is evidently random, because the last time, the other night when I tried this, last night for a little bit, there was this first place, the camp, and then there was like something like Silent Port, I don't remember, and then there was the lighthouse. We're going to reserve. We're going to head to Silent Port. Okay, space is it looks, I think, is a dodge roll. I'll have to try that. I did try that in combat and nothing happened, but it might have been that like I was up against an immovable object and it wouldn't let me, or I couldn't see it because I had the inventory open. It's 1924, Wednesday, April 30th. Personally, I remember that day very well. Quite that old. I'm not 101 years old. Or actually, I guess that would be 100. Almost 101. I feel like it today, but I'm not. Oh, there is the lighthouse. It's the second one. Okay, good. And there's a quest there. So we may die again. That's a risk I'm willing to take. We're going to stop automatically? We should. Yeah. Make sure we've got food. Eat a couple of taters. So it's a strange little game. It has certain parts that are, you know, classic survival crafting type stuff. It has a visual playstyle with the sort of the third person isometric, isometric, you know, top down angle fight that you would get from V Rising. So it's reminiscent of V Rising in that way. But it has the unique, well, not unique, but the unusual Eldritch horror spin. And so in that way, it's kind of similar to Dredge in that it's taking, you know, Dredge took a fishing game and made it Eldritch horror, and this is taking survival. Oops, that's a couple of them. things. This guy, iron scrap, earthling mush. So I really do like the idea of earthling mush. It's just terrifying. A little dirty water. That'll be the first thing we'll drop if we have to. Oh, it did hit him. Okay. It does work. Couple more taters. Precious. Got a box, chest, fragment of a story. Transcribe. Fragment of a story. Compendium. Stories. Ranged. Oh, if you get it filled. So, changing your skills. Dodge cooldown reduced by 4%. Fragment 1 completed 0 times. I hurl my javelin. Oh, I have to sacrifice, I guess, a couple of people. Capture and sacrifice a couple of people to unlock that ability. Oh. I know I have to confine an enemy. I have to find a trapper workbench, or build a trapper workbench, create a trap, build a cave, trap an enemy, confine an enemy, and then presumably at some point sacrifice him. Let us use another bandage. Got him. One thing I was disappointed at, this is about as far as I got last night, was to this town. I didn't get to the lighthouse. Was you can't like go into the houses and rummage around. That was kind of what I was hoping for, sort of a, if you ever played The Division, I was like the mechanic where you're going into houses and whatnot and looking for stuff, useful stuff. Knowledge, weaponry, whatever. Coming after me? He is. Crazy fisherman, man. I tell you, what are you gonna do? The mini-map just doesn't feel right. I would like to if it was locked in. Oh, potato plants. If it was locked into place, or not locked into place, I should say, I suppose, where it rotated when you turned. Bunch of potato potato plants, or potato pants, as I just said. Potato pants. Crazy fisherman. Well, I was hoping for a mine or something. Mine or a cave, but doesn't look like that is. Is in the agenda. Is this a dude or a boar? I don't recall. Dude. More earthling mush. More insanity. Got them both. Getting better at the fighting part. That's good. Oh, that one's a boar. Okay. We'll head back to home base. Whoop. Sorry, 1 second. Misclick. I would describe that as a pretty successful foraging foray. Didn't take much in the way of damage. Got some stuffs, including some more mush. Human mush. To feed to my RailGod. Feeling the back a bit more now. First things first. We'll drop the mush. Earthling mush. Genuine earthling mush. Don't settle for anything other. Good. Than genuine earthling mush. And we'll offer some more madness up. That'll get us to about almost 50? 44. Do we have anything new to do research on? We do. Fibers. Going to give us what? A whip? I don't know what it was. String. That's fine. Anything else that we have not researched? No, everything has been researched. Let's eat some more baked potato. Fibers. Rags, iron scraps, dirty water, tea leaves, raw fish, raw small fish, leather straps, raw potato, celery, strange fish bone. Nothing new there. Yeah, for us to have access to this, we'll need wire. To repair the radio station, we'll need 10 wire and 10 mush. Compendium. Anything new? We have repair workbenches. Was there anything else in the way of like workbenches we could make? Workbenches. Farming station, compost bin. We have the log, stonemason, artisan, transform a variety of goods into intermediate goods, workshop tier 1. Cooking barrel, fermenter, melee dummy, and a bullseye. Survivalism elements. Trapper. We needed that. I believe it was flint, wood planks, maybe string. I should have paid a little more attention. Workbenches. I need 5 string. Oh, where can I make string? Oh, a spear. I would have liked a spear. Spear would be better, I think, than the thing I'm currently using to whack people with. I need a log. Because it's big, it's heavy, it's wood. One log. One log. Make the spear. Javelins, arm-powered flying pointy stick. I'm okay with that, I gotta say. All right, that goes into the belt. We will equip that in the 2 slot. But I think to make the trapper that we want, we need 5 string. And I think the string has to be made with the workshop T1. No, because it uses 5 of those as well. Stonemason? No. Farming? No. Compost? No. Maybe I can just do it from... yeah, I can. Wait, what? Okay, there we go. I can barely make it, but I can make it. Crafted the strings. How many strings did we craft? Just 1, that's what I thought. You need 5. We can make 5. 3, 4, 5. Which means now we can create workbench. Trapper. We can create rope, trapping nets. Oof. So we're going to need a lot of string to make rope. And then a lot of rope to make a trapping net. Less for a trapping lasso. Iron trapping. That requires level 2 in crafting, which I do not have. This is tier 1. Yeah. Okay. Back in there, back in there, back in there. We want that on 1. There we go. So we can swap now. For whacking things with our axe to spearing things with our spear. Next up is the lighthouse. And that's where we need to go next. Situated on a rocky promontory at the end of a desolate headland, the lighthouse stands bleak and abandoned by humanity. The ruins of several outbuildings are scattered across the landscape, and the ground is littered with the bones of men and strange fish. Treasures may be found here, as fragments of the old world's knowledge are often unearthed in such places, though sometimes a key may be found or constructed. But the lighthouse itself is a decrepit symbol of bygone, saner years. Now the seas crash at the base of the rocks on which the lighthouse stands, froth and thrash with monsters. Strange hybrid fishermen and worse beasts as well. Great unnameable things from the deep fissures below Devil's Reef. That's a Shadow over Innsmouth reference. On some nights, strange eldritch flame of unearthly hue may be seen guttering on the lighthouse, sending weak spectral beams of light out across the storm-tossed waters. Local cultists with the esoteric Order of Dagon call this phenomenon the Flame of Fomalhaut, and hold its viewing as a great omen of success. Let's get chugging. I have built a trapper workbench. Woo! Don't have enough to yet. Talk to the mechanic. We're heading there. Heading to the lighthouse. I want to marry a lighthouse keeper. Old guy music reference. Let's go ahead and finish off our potatoes. Freeing up an inventory space. Oh, we still have the flint. Let's drop the flint off. Raw fish. We had cooked fish. Yeah, we had a bunch of small cooked fish. We'll keep those on us too. The lighthouse awaits. And hopefully what we need to create the next car in our little journey. I'm leaving the train because we made it to the lighthouse. So apparently this can be played co-op. Any player who joins the game will receive the benefits granted by the RailGod used, and the symbiosis along with the Railkeeper's skills that have been unlocked so far. Well, those aren't breaking apart. I was robbed. Oh, hey. Free stuff. Strings. Sand. Raw small fish. Can't get the birds. Worth trying. You never know if you don't try. Ah, grass, because grass is used to make the fiber, make the strings. Oh, another box. Nope, same box we already opened. I'm just a dumb head. Whoop. mush, more leather. Oh, more guys up there. Oh, nice with the crit. Or just a big hit, anyway. My magic is mighty. There they are. I'd rather not have them surprise me. Go ahead and need to keep a couple of small cooked fish. Lots of dudes running around here, huh? Oh, that was terrible. I was not looking the right direction. I got him. Him. Got him. That was not particularly elegantly done. Us going to the lighthouse, one suspects. That's a bore. A pistol, a revolver with 10 rounds. Oh, I like that. Fragment of a story. Leather straps and more earthling mush. Stories. Combatant. So again, sacrifice, increase the melee damage by 20% for 6 minutes. Sorry, 2 minutes. Which doesn't seem like all that much, I have to say. Dudes. No shortage of dudes running around. That was foolish to just stand there. Oh, that's not good. Missed me. More mush. Another chest. Rags. We don't really have the space to spare. Place we can go into. Examine books. Battalion 357 Federal Command, 1927. This would be about Shadow over Innsmouth. I acquired new knowledge. But it comes at a terrible price. Not really. Oops. I sure hope this is leading to the freaking... Oh, swarms. We haven't seen swarms before. Not sure how much damage a spear is going to do, but, you know. Compendium, knowledge, mayday. A deer carcass. Presume we got, like, some meat out of that or something? Yeah, we got raw meat. Well, this does not appear to be the way to the lighthouse, which you think might be, you know, visible on the map because it's a freaking lighthouse. Just saying. Putting that out there is a thing. Sand piles. That was the boar. Ow! Holy shit! They're at it again. They're not giving up, are they? At least he sure wasn't. Now, in my experience yesterday, the one time I tried, if I went back to the train, the God train, and returned, the map had respawned. Everything in it. Or at least the critters had. And that was not something I wanted to deal with particularly. Oh, fish people, the Innsmouthers. They definitely have the Innsmouth look. Oh, not optimal. I'm just saying that's not good. Really? Puke? That's what you got? Hell puke? He looks like he's gonna burst! He burst. Okay. Unexpected. I say, this has gotten a lot more difficult. And we do not seem to be really getting any closer to the lighthouse. As best I can determine. Not that I really have any way of determining how close we really are. They're coming. Oh! Magic again. Was not expecting them to have magic. Got one of them. Got them both. Oh, I am on low health. Let us bandage. Eat a little more. As soon as the bandaging is stopped, we will bandage again. We were not in a good way. You know, gotta say, I am not a huge fan of not knowing where I'm supposed to be going. In a big-ass map like this, I should know where the lighthouse is. More Innsmithers. Another boar. Family matters, books, more knowledge. That is more Innsmithers, I think. Whoop, nope. These are savages. Get out, get out. Run. Run. They seem to be catching me up. Oh boy. Things are getting much too interesting now. I've gotten myself going the wrong way. I really wish it had an option for the controls to be a little bit, yeah, maybe it'll be changeable. The middle mouse button to turn feels really clumsy. And I am almost certainly gonna die. Nope, nope, nope. There was a person, that was the NPC I'm supposed to talk to. I will enter. Player's being targeted, so I can't enter if I'm being targeted. That's not making me happy. Got him. Can I go in now? Nope, I'm still being targeted. Alright. This is the sort of, the first kind of not fun bit of the game I've really hit. Talk with the man. Name's Ron, head mechanic. What can I do for you? Heard you could help me with my train. Sounds like you could use a flatbed on your own train. Lucky for you, I've got just the thing. Thank you, Ron. I really appreciate it. Don't mention it. Oh, before I forget, if you happen to be exploring any caves, you might come across my twin brother, Jeremy. Ron and Jeremy? Dudes, that would have been funny a long time ago. Now it's not so funny anymore. Tell me he needs to return to the guild immediately. They urgently need him. Well, thanks for the heads up. At some train stops, it's possible to find entrances to secret locations. Keep an eye on the map and the stop icons to know in advance if the next stop has in store for you. I have acquired knowledge. Let's see if I can get in there now. Probably not. Nope, can't. Sorry, one sec. I'm dead. And on that note, enter a cave. Yeah, I would have liked to. I'm going to call it here. Oh, actually, not quite yet. I'm going to step on board. I will dump off my madness. Yeah, the map's too big. Combat is too punishing. And the fact that I didn't know where I was going the entire time, that was not, that was a less than entirely fun bit. Up till there, I've really enjoyed the game. That feels unpolished. I would also be happier if we had a slightly lower camera angle so we could see more around us. I would prefer that to what we've got. Not quite going to be enough, I think, to get us to 100. Oh, it was. Let's just see. Assign points. What points do we have? Godkeeper skills. Teleport. That seems good. You can teleport yourself nearby the train. You cannot teleport yourself if an enemy is targeting you. You cannot teleport yourself while you're on the train. So basically, like at that last bit, having gotten access to the next train thing I needed, I could have teleported myself back. Map unveiling. Will definitely allow you to improve your exploration of the environment when you get off the train. And gathering tentacle. Transform your right arm into tentacles capable of gathering resources from the surrounding environment. Knowledge. Family matters. That was the letter I found. Secret locations. Unlock my first Godkeeper skill. That's done. And we do have our second flatbed. Oh, it's much bigger. Oh, that's cool. Alright, I do like the game. I'm going to call it here. I do have a few quibbles. Those mostly came up in that last map. Now that I theoretically... Well, let's get off and see if we can scan the whole map. See what that looks like. Because fighting my way through all of that, constantly having to eat and drink. Oh, one of the things I gave him in feedback was food and water, although water wasn't really a problem. Food, at any rate, should give you a buff. It shouldn't be a, this is going to kill you if you don't keep eating thing. Just, I prefer the mechanic the way they do it in a loft, where you never have to eat or drink. But if you're going to eat or drink, they give you buffs. So it's to your advantage. Instead of something you must do or die, it becomes something you should do. And if you forget, it's not going to kill you. Oh my god, powers. Alright, where's the god power? Magic wheel? Inventory. how do I use the God power? Oh, you can lock the... Okay, that's what I was looking for. Doesn't seem to actually do anything, because it doesn't rotate. Now it does. No, it doesn't. It's not working the way I'd hoped it worked. How do I access the God power? We don't have access right now yet to key commands. Okay, there's no obvious way of doing it from here. Maybe there's a way to do it on board the God train. Magic wheel, leave train, map, objectives, inventory, character. Well, that's the one I took. Passive. It's a passive skill. Right? It's a passive skill? Map and minimap will be fully visible. I'm going to exit again. But I'm going to be calling it after this. I want to thank you guys for hanging out, as always. Very appreciative. Thank you very much. I like the game. That last bit was a little bit on the frustrating side. Some of those mechanics feel a little bit kludgy and overly punishing. Okay, yeah, it does have the entire map now. Well, that is a shitload of mobs for something like this. It really is. I think this map could have half the mobs and it would be fine. That's an awful lot of killing to get to where you need to go, which presumably is here or here. I don't think I can even see it. It doesn't show me where I died, but I assume I died there. So, overall, I like the game, but I think it does need some work. Hello? Especially those parts. The combat feels a little rough. I'm not great with basically what amounts to two-stick with the mouse and keyboard, WASD and the mouse. Just doesn't flow well for me. But that same thing was true with V Rising. The combat was not something I felt was easy for me. More difficult for me than most. In a game that looks like this, basically looks like an ARPG, I'm used to a click to move. Although I was managing pretty well in PoE 2. Anyway, I'm going to call it here. Again, thanks for watching. Assuming the back can handle it, I should be back again tomorrow at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, early morning in Asia, Australia, New Zealand. Don't know what I'll be playing. I wanted to give this a try. Having played it last night, I thought it would be a fun little thing to demo. I think it's promising. But I would like some changes made. In particular, it feels right now that the combat is a little bit over the top, that we don't need that much. We need more of the survival and the crafting. More of the crafting and less of the combat survival. Anyway, hopefully back tomorrow. And hopefully you will see me soon. Have a great rest of your evening. Hope the rest of the week goes great. And take care and ciao for now. Good night, guys.